Hi, in this video I'm going to explain how to implement the inverse kinematics that was discussed in the previous video using Python. By the way, the logic should be identical in any other programming language. I won't go into the math details in this video, but if you are interested, there's another video that I made to explain the basics of inverse kinematics. After implementing the function, I will also show an easy way to increase the robustness so that one single function can be used to control each leg of the robot that are not in the same orientation. So let's get started. First, we want to make our life a little bit easier by creating a simple helper function. I will later show you how this is the case. This helper function takes x and y coordinates as the input and converts them to an angle around the z-axis, which is positive anti-clockwise and originates from the x-axis. The output is in degrees, and the range is between 0 to 360 degrees. Let's see this in action. Here I have written a simple example to show what the output looks like. If we run this code, we can see the results. For example, coordinate 1, 1 is at 45 degrees relative to the x-axis, and coordinate 1, negative 1 is at 315 degrees. Now that we have this helper function, let's go through the inverse kinematics function line by line so that we can get a good understanding of what is going on. In the first line, we define the function and specify the input. For this example, the input is the x, y, and z coordinates of the end effector of the leg. We assume the origin of the coordinate to be at the first joint of the leg. Therefore, the input will be a list or an array containing 3 variables. Then, in the next line, we split the input into x, y, and z so that they are easier to recognize, and then we define the length variables. The coxa is the length between the first and the second joint. The femur is between the second and the third. And finally, the tibia is the distance from the third to the end of the leg. You can change these variables if you want to use for your robot. Next, we use the helper function from before to calculate the angle at the first joint of the leg. Then we subtract the offset due to the length of coxa to simplify the calculation. In case if you want to know the details of those calculations, please check out my other video that I made about the mathematics behind the inverse kinematics. I will put the video in the description. Then we make sure that the theta 1 is between negative 180 and 180 degrees, because the servo is 0 at its middle position. Then we find the length p. The next if statement makes sure that the function does not crash by math error, in case the input is too far away so that the leg is not physically possible to reach the point. In such case, the function only returns the first angle. Next, we calculate the alpha and the length c. The length c can then be used to find the angle beta. Theta 2, which is the angle that the second servo motor needs to move, is addition of alpha and beta. In the second last line, we use the cosine rule to calculate the angle of the third servo motor. Depending on the configuration of your servo motor, you may not need the negative pi or negative 180 degrees. Then the function returns the angles in degrees with 1 decimal place accuracy. These are the basic inverse kinematics calculations implemented in Python. Let's run the code by inputting some x, y, and z coordinates and see how it works. Here we can see 3 angles, each corresponding to the servo angles. Notice that the first angle is 135 degrees instead of negative 45 degrees. This is because of the helper function that we looked at earlier. This feature allows us to easily adjust the output angle of legs that are not pointing in this direction of the x-axis. For example, in my Hexapod robot, the right front leg has a 45 degrees offset from the x-axis. So to calculate the angle of the servo motor, we just have to take 45 degrees off from the function's output. And that works for all legs. For the left back leg, we just need to subtract 225 degrees offset from the function's output. This means adding a few more lines of code will make the function able to handle different legs. This is important because we don't want to write separate code for each leg. Let's see the modified function. First, we added one more function input that specifies which leg we are trying to calculate the angles for. Then we store the initial offset angles of each leg in a list. You can modify this part to suit your need. By the way, the number of legs does not matter. You can have as many legs as you want. And we subtract the initial offset in the function. And that's it. Now the function can handle legs with different orientations as long as you know the initial offset angles. And we can test the new function using this example code. We can give function different coordinates and or different leg IDs, and we can see the function working. We can also check what happens when we input coordinates that is too far away so that the leg can't physically reach that point. If we run the test, we see the error message as expected. So this is the end of this video. I will upload the code on my GitHub account for you to use or just to play around. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thank you.